Good morning everyone, this is Samina Institute of Technology and I am from Science and Humanities Department. So today our subject is Principles of Economics and Management. The subject code is 3140709. It is the subject code of PEM. It's a short form. So let's start. Chapter 7, Functions of Management and organizational structures. So in section A, we have discussed functions of management: planning, organizing, stuffing, directing, leading and controlling. सेक्शन बी में है टाइप्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर, स्पान ऑफ कंट्रोल, फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग सेंट्रलाइजेशन एंड डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन. ये है चैप्टर 7 के पॉइंट, सेक्शन ए एंड सेक्शन बी. नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम स्टफिंग. ये जीटीयू में नवंबर 2016 में पूछा गया हुआ है. मैन इज वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट एलिमेंट्स ऑफ फोर necessary for organization. Without sufficient and insufficient manpower, it is impossible to run the business. Organization must recruit those employees who are able to meet the need of the organization's goals. So recruitment of appropriate person as well as his training is considered as critical for the growth of organization. Further, retention of the employee is very important since trained people can lead to setback to the growth of the organization. So, management of human resources is considered as stuffing. Importance of stuffing. Stuffing is very important function of the organization since without right employee at right place, it is impossible to exert large work from the machine. Importance of stuffing can be summarized as follows. It increases production by putting right person at right place. Through stuffing, it is possible to identify the talents of employee. It prevents underutilization of human resources. It helps to identify various sources of recruitment and selection. It brings fresh blood having updated knowledge of technology. It avoids the selection of wrong employee also. Process of stuffing as shown in figure. Manpower planning is the base of identifying the need of specified people. As the manpower planning identifies the requirement, advertisement is given in organization's website. So, through appropriate technical and psychological tests, out of pool data, required number of candidates are selected. Once they are selected, familiarization with organization and training period is started for the employee. Subsequently, job is allocated according to the ability of the employee. So HR department tracks the employee's performance through directly or indirectly. Based on his performance, increment in the salary. Promotion or transfer is given to the employee. Look at here, recruitment, manpower. पहले तो है recruitment, selection, performance appraisal, selection, promotion, transfer and manpower. Directing, leading. Once effective plan is prepared, proper organization of activities is done through compatible and trained staff. So manager has to lead the team towards the organizational goals. The function of leading the people on the path through which organizational goals can be achieved is termed as leading. So here this role also involves the role of motivator who has the capability of completing the work but lacks motivation. यह डायरेक्टिंग और वी कैन से लीडिंग. ये क्वेश्चन जीटीयू में मई 2015 मई 2017 में पूछा गया है. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट डायरेक्टिंग इज डिफाइंड as the insurance of the orders and leading and motivating to excite the orders. It includes to direct the organization towards the new goals through his vision. Nature of leading, it is an interpersonal process in which a manager influenced and guide the workers to achieve goals. So it is the duty of a manager to guide. Leader has qualities namely intelligence, maturity, personality. Leading process involves a group, for example more than 2 or 3 people. Aim of leader is to reach the objectives of the organizations, and no particular style of leadership is defined. Importance of leading, so leader initiates the actions for goal of organization through effective planning with subordinates. Leader motivate the people through economic or non-economic, formal, informal rewards. A leader instructs all subordinates to perform their work effectively and efficiently. Through motivation and involvement, confidence of the employee is boosted through significant level. Leader builds the environment through which efficiency of the employee increases through his communication and command. So coordination can be achieved through reconciling person interests with organization goals. Next one is controlling. Once the activities have been started towards accomplishing the goals, it is equally important to strictly monitor it and rectify it. If required, if it derives from the planned timeline. This process of monitoring and bring it back is termed as controlling. Controlling function ensures that the actual performance is in line with the predicted course of action. So controlling identifies the reasons for derivation of the activities from target, and hence for future projects it is very easy to rectify it rather than having same trouble. Following is the nature of controlling as function of management. Controlling is a function which comes at certain stages, which checks with the performance are made according to the plans or not. Every manager has to perform this function to check the progress also. Controlling always look to future so that follow-up can be made whenever required, because effective control is not possible without past being controlled. Controlling is a continuous and dynamic process. Planning and controlling are two inseparable functions of management. Without planning, controlling is a meaningless exercises, and without controlling, planning is useless also. Process of controlling, number 1, 2, 3. Establishment of standards. Standards are the targets with which have to be achieved by the management. They can also be called as criteria for judging the management process. Some standards are measurable, such as number of units as output, and some are non-measurable, such as performance of a manager. Number 2, measurement of performances. The second major step in controlling is to measure the performance. Finding out deviations becomes easy through measuring the actual performance. Performance levels are sometimes easy to measure and sometimes difficult. Comparison of actual and standard performance. Comparison of actual performance with the planned target is very important. Deviation can be defined as the gap between actual performance and the planned targets. The manager has to find out two things here: extent of deviation and cause of deviations. The managers have to exercise control by exception also. He has to find out those deviations which are critical and important for business. Of workers and quality of new materials and role of profits, etc., should be looked upon consciously. Once the deviation is identified, a manager has to think about various causes which has led to deviation, taking remedial actions. Once the causes and extent of deviation are known, the manager has to detect those errors and take remedial measures of it. Number A, taking corrective measures for deviation which have occurred, and after taking the corrective measures, if the actual performance is not in conformity with plans, the manager can revise the targets also. So follow up is an important step because it is only through taking corrective measures a manager can exercise controlling. Types of organization structures, section B. To achieve established goals, organizations has to take necessary actions which can convert planned goals into results. So necessary actions include assignment of authority and responsibility, grouping of people and allocation of resources. This complete process is termed as organizing. Organizing is considered as one of the fundamental function of management, followed by planning also. In order to carry out process of organizing activities of the organizations, it is required to create the structure, which is known as organization structures. Following are the functions of organized structure. Allocate responsibilities by identifying the ability of a person. Develop relationship through chain of command. Ensure the effective and smooth flow of communication through channels. Encourage the employee for initiatives. Take decision through available data. Following are the different types of organization structure which are existing in the the business organizations, based on relationship like formal, informal, based on hierarchy structure and in line, staff and metrics, based on relationship like formal and informal yani organization, based on relationship organizations are classified into two types: formal and informal. This is one which refers to a structure of well-defined jobs. Each person has authority and responsibility. It is a conscious determination by which people accomplish goals by adhering to the norms laid down by the organization structure. This kind of organization is an arbitrary setup in which each person is responsible for his performance. Informal, a network developed based on personal and social relationships between the employees within the formal setup is called informal organizations. Informal organization develop relationships which are developed on likes, dislikes. Therefore, the network of social groups based on friendships can be called as informal organization. There is no conscious effort made to have informal organization. Next, based on hierarchy structure, line organization, staff organization, and line and staff organization and matrix organization structures. Line organization. Line organization is the simplest organizational structure. According to this type of organization, the authority flows from top to bottom. This is the reason for calling this organization a scalar organization, which means scalar chain of command is a part and parcel of this type of administrative organization. There are direct vertical links between the different levels of the scalar chain also. The line of command flows on an even basis without any gaps in communication also. So look at here, चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर, तो उसके नीचे है एग्जीक्यूटिव वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, उसके बाद है प्रेसिडेंट, एग्जीक्यूटिव वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट सभी ये पोस्ट के हैं. रीजन 1 2 3 4 5 डिस्ट्रिक्ट ABCDEFG इस तरह उन्होंने डिवाइड किया है. मेरिट्स ऑफ लाइन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इट इज़ अ सिंपलेस्ट टाइप ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव स्ट्रक्चर. In these organizations, superior subordinate relationship is maintained and scalar chain of command flows from top to bottom. So unity of command is strictly followed. In this type of organization, every line executive has got fixed authority, power and fixed responsibility structured to every authority also. To control is unified and concentrates on one person, and therefore he can independently make decisions of his own. Thank you very much, dear all.